Welcome to another mega exciting 5-minute auto pairing. Right, so ThomasTallis. Let's try Grand Prix attack system. Bit of variety from the Smith-Morrow gambits. So if d5, bishop b5, I want to sort of double the pawns on d4, make use of that bishop b5. I think even here, okay, maybe this is trickier. Probably it's an idea anyway to play bishop b5 anyway, just control over the e5 square. I've got rid of my bad bishop for this pawn structure now. Although it's often good on that diagonal, I'm saying that kind of without the usual bias. I usually quite love it. Actually, he's got rid of it, yeah. So his openings in some way is good, very good for doing that, removing that bishop. Okay. But yes, my influence over d4 and e5 might be a bit stronger here, because often when you give up a light square bishop, you're often a bit stronger on the darker squares. And here it does seem as though my control of these, I might even be playing d4. He stops that as well. So he's getting his cake and eating it. But e5 here for bishop takes c5. That looks like an interesting thing. And also now, if he takes bishop c5, this is a little trick I think I saw once in a chess magazine. I think Andrew Martin was mentioning this little trick against the Sicilian, this e5 break. But here, let's see. I mean, I think I've actually really made a lot of use actually out of the dark squares here, and he hasn't even castled. So maybe it's now a success for me. This opening, that slight concern he had over d4, and now he's got this. It doesn't seem to bode well here, to say the least. So f takes. I wonder, as my f takes opens up things a bit, opens up potentially the f file. I guess knight d6 check, but then I've got some loose pieces. I think this way surely is dangerous. Okay, so I'm getting to it's getting rid of the defender of d8 and stuff. Now queen g5 here, there's no bishop h2. It looks as though I'm threatening mate, or queen h4 the same thing. But I wonder, queen g5, queen g5. Now I think I'll go with queen g5. Doesn't want to give up bishop just to get the queens off. So I'm threatening mate. It's difficult to defend e7 here without e5 dropping. Queen e7, queen e5. f6, that could be a tricky one. Maybe rook takes f6. Just rook takes f6. Not knight takes. This is like hanging.
Check.
Oh! Hang on, this one. Yes. Don't panic.
Check.
Just yet. Oh dear, I didn't expect that. Maybe yeah, I didn't expect that. Okay, knight f6, I'm hoping this is still dangerous. Or queen h6, there's f6, maybe knight f6 straight away. King g7, it's been like rook f4.
Check.
Maybe rook f4. So I'm hoping to double, then knight h5 should be dangerous soon. If I double, it's queen b2. Rook here, h6 could be a slag. Knight h6, king h7. I don't know, maybe I've at least got a perpetual. Of course I want to swing the rook in. How things have got difficult. Queen G4. Queen H4. I'll try Queen. I'm going to be Queen G. Queen H4. As if they G5. That's knight H5. Pawns are a bit more fragmented. Oh, there's knight E8 now. Takes rook F7. There's an idea. Knight E8 check. Could be handy. On G5 there's always Queen G3. Okay, I can stop for a moment. But then, yeah, Queen takes C2. Knight G. What about Knight G4 here? Rook H8, Rook F7. Before he gets on G2, what about Knight G4? How does he defend that? Because Rook is overloaded, isn't it? Rook H8, Rook F7. Queen E7 for playing Rook F7. If I play Queen E7, how does he defend F7? Question again. This trebling is important from an attacking perspective. Takes Rook F7. Looks very dangerous, surely. Can take on G2. I'll probably play Rook F2 after he runs out of checks. Takes Rook F2. Yeah, it seems as though F7 is a big problem. What's he doing here? Thought he was almost getting out of things. Until now, the doubling of rooks is like a bishop pair, I guess, and when you get the queen involved, it's like trebling on a point. It's just going to crumble. F7's going to crumble with this trebling.
Check.
King, yeah, I think he's just getting mated, isn't he?
Check.
Oh, it's King G8, hold on. Oh. Oh boy. On my back row. Oh, there's queen takes for a discovered check. So if he plays that, I've actually got a discovered check. This is not what I imagined, I gotta say. Oh boy. So queen c1, rook f1, discovered check. It's getting very, very complicated. Isn't he got king h8 now? Right, again, the discovered check. Famous, at least I'm not a bishop down. But I think king h8 was the defense. He discovers it now with like a second. Yeah. Queen takes g6, protects d3, so I can go here after. Yeah, let's have a look at that attack. It's very interesting, I think. So yeah, I don't really like, but it's designed against bishop c4. It's my what I call my r2 d2 bishop in bullet chess is totally removed from this opening. What we're left with is a subtle increase in dark square pressure, which causes a slight panic reaction when I'm playing for d4 here. This e5 is good here, so I'm putting great pressure on the dark squares. And you can't even castle now. So surely, yeah, white is better here. Queen h4. Unfortunately, what I allowed, I'm allowing bishop d4 check. So if I played Queen H4, what about Bishop G4 here? Yeah. Oh, hang on. There's Knight F6 winning the Queen. That's why I can't say, yeah, there's Knight F6 winning the Queen, or worse. So the Queen shouldn't have been there, just in principle, it shouldn't have been any theoretical possibility of taking the Queen off.
Check.
Muppets, I'll let him get away. Alright, F5. That seems a bit radical. Well, it's still okay, but why is this like +7? Still +7. I mean, C3 is also mentioned. Oh, hang on. What have I missed here? Is there something really naughty I've missed here in this position? Is it Rook F1? Oh! Oh, the knight is actually protecting the rook, hitting the queen. So it's like creates a double attack then, basically Queen E7. Oh, on this rook, which happens to be unprotected. Blimey, a lot of coincidences there that the knight check protects the rook, hits the queen. And if he took on B2, alright, taking here is quickest for mating. Oh boy, Knight H5. Just protecting, I didn't notice it protects this, so it means the queen's free to attack, and there's another loose piece there. And what of King G8? I was just taking here. Attacking the queen. Queen H8, there's just Knight F6. G takes, I'll just take the queen, yes. Blimey. Maybe could have investigated that more. G5 would have been an interesting move here as well. Oh, right, Queen takes, there's Knight H5 check. So this is okay for white. Queen takes H6 was mentioned as well. That's okay for white. Right, Knight G4, okay. Queen E7, I think that's mentioned briefly there. Knight F6 also, maybe. I think it's tricky. Okay. Oh, is this a mistake? No, it's still okay. I have to play Queen takes E6 for this discovery check defense of my back row. This must be okay now. Yeah, he's going to run out of checks after this. Even if he wasn't losing on time, surely he runs out of checks here. Okay, interesting game. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.